Well, hello again. My name is Shannon Wright. I'm the principal broker with Kirk Realty Group. I started doing property management 16 years ago. In fact, it's all I've ever done. I started leasing apartment communities, moved up to managing apartment communities. When I got burnt out of that, about 8 years, I decided to do single-family home property management, and then moved into getting my real estate license and doing real estate. When we opened our brokerage back in 2007, a great year to start a real estate company, we quickly realized that there was going to be a need to do something different, and it was great to have that background in property management and to incorporate that into what we did, and it's really made us very successful because I do feel that the two things do go hand in hand. In the beginning, there was a lot of focus on investors, helping agents who work with investors, offering that property management because they need realtors to help them buy the properties, but they also need property managers to help them protect their investment. What started happening is we started seeing a lot of homeowners becoming first-time landlords because they were forced into that situation. And that can be very challenging, so it is helpful to have an expert who can help them through all those processes. One thing I've learned through all the years of doing this is with property management, it's definitely an A to Z process, and if you skip steps, it will fall apart very quickly. So one thing that we really pride ourselves in doing is making sure that all steps are followed. There's one thing in finding a tenant and advertising and getting them moved in, but you also want to make sure you're doing walkthroughs, inspections, documentation, following all the laws, and making sure smoke detector addendums. There's so many things that go along with making sure the lease protects the client, making sure that deposits are taken. So we make sure all those things are handled. Utility transfers, there's a lot that goes into it. So anybody who's thinking about doing property management, I definitely think there's going to be a need, there's a growing need, and I think that you can be very successful at it. It isn't easy, but the hardest parts I think are definitely finding the right tenant. You want to make sure you qualify them, but even if you do everything right, you get the perfect credit score, you get the perfect income, you cannot screen for personality. Or we say you can't screen for crazy. But we find that more times than not, when people try to do it on their own, that's what brings them to us, is that it's that emotional connection that the homeowner has with the house, and then the emotional part of the tenants, and there's no buffer in between. And a property manager can really be that buffer, making sure that every little work order is not called to the owner, and we take care of all that. And I think it takes a huge burden off of the homeowner. As we mentioned, as far as fees go and what the realtors get paid, I know 10%, believe me, I've shown tons of rentals, and it doesn't always cover gas. The way that our philosophy on showing people rentals is I have always looked at it as more of a marketing tool and developing relationships with those people, because those tenants, they're going to be buyers one day, and if you do a good job in finding them that place to live, not only are they going to hopefully use you when they decide to buy a property, but they're going to refer you to all of their friends. This great realtor helped me, I was new to town, needed to rent for a year, they got me into a house, they helped me buy a house. And the other part is, unfortunately, there's not a lot of upfront money that's collected in property management, which leaves little for commissions to be given out. If we increase that, then we lose the potential business from the homeowner, because the more we have to charge them, the less likely they'll be willing to do it. So I know it is hard to only get that 10%, but if you can try to approach it like we always have, as more of a relationship building technique and less of a commission part. We do try to keep our charge to your clients down as low as possible. So that way, we can collect enough to where we can cover a referral agreement or a referral commission to you, and make sure that we're covering enough for our guys' gas for driving around and showing those properties 30 times before it gets rented. What happens when you refer clients to us? We do, I think Jake actually passed them around, they're on the tables. We actually have a referral agreement where we have you fill out anytime you send us a client. We keep that on file. That way when that client ever comes to us and say, okay, I'm done, I don't want to rent anymore, I want to sell, we always refer back to that first and make sure that that goes back to the agent that referred to us. We really look at it as more of a partnership. We want to make sure we're helping you help your client, and that includes getting them that income they need now, but also making sure that when that time comes, that you're there to help them sell the property. Same thing with investors. I think that we're going to grow, hopefully, as the market improves and the tightening of lending lessens. We'll see more investors buying properties again, and in that case, when you're able to go to them and you're able to add a whole, everything together. I can help you buy the home. I've got an alliance with a property management company who can help you protect your investment after you purchase. I've got a contractor who can help you rehab. The more you have to give to them, the better chance you're going to be able to secure those investors. So that's a little bit about me. I just wanted to quickly introduce Jake. He is our sales manager. He's actually the one that's in the field every day working with the realtors and working with the clients and the tenants. So I just want to give him a quick second to kind of explain what we do.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today? I'm Jake Johnson. I'm the sales and leasing manager for Kirk Realty Group, and I joined Shannon and the other owner of the company, Russ Kirk, in 2009. And I came on basically to, lease houses for them. And the first house that I got a listing for, I walked up and put my sign in the yard, the big for lease sign. The house was also listed for sale. And all of a sudden, the house that had been on the market for sale for about 60 to 65 days sold in 2 days. And the sales realtor looked at me like, bam, who are you and what are you doing here? So from that experience, I kind of realized that maybe rental agents have kind of a stigma out there, or sales agents don't really like to see the rental agents come in. And I kind of made it a point and went to Russ and Shannon and said, we got to figure out a way to work with the sales agents out there to benefit you guys for us coming in there and helping your clients out. So that's what I do, is I'm the one that would collect that referral agreement and then set up a meeting with you and your clients so that you guys feel comfortable. Well, not only you guys feel comfortable, your clients feel comfortable with us and what we're doing and the entire process before they have to sign anything or start leasing or any of that stuff. So I did put paperwork on all of the tables just so you guys have a little information about us, and definitely feel free. Give us a call if you have any questions. If you just want to refer your clients to us and want to stay out of it, you're fine, but I would love, obviously, the opportunity to meet with you and your clients just so we can really begin that relationship, because our business has really been successful because of the other real estate agents and sales agents out there trusting us with their clients and us being able to help their clients, and just making the whole transition and relationship work so that everybody makes money. So.